Look at this craziness. I want to show you something. you know, I'm watching these videos and I'm doing a little reading, and pretty much they tell you what they think of you so-called Negroes. They tell you, put this on real quick. They tell you your worth and your values, and they show you how stupid you really are. Now to get votes, these are the things they do, man. Let me show you. First of all, you got Meg the Stallion. Meg the Stallion opening up for Kamala. I believe they were in Atlanta. I'm almost sure they were in Atlanta. But this is how far they think your minds can go. This is just what they think about you. And I'm not surprised because you let them. I mean, those who believe in the country and believe in voting and believe in the system, you let them take you here. You let them take you here, and they make fools out of you. The black man and the black woman have got to be the worst people in regards of their ability to think and read between the lines. I'm trying to be very careful with what I say because these devils will flag me for anything in regards of the election in this race. But we have got to us as a people, we have to be at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to common sense and being overly emotional. The people that mainly represent you as far as leadership and try to point you in the right directions are usually entertainers and athletes. Entertainers and athletes and puppets for the master, for your master, the great Satan on this earth. And you know who that is. But that's who it is. It says Megan the Stallion twerks out the vote for Harris in Atlanta. We're about to make history. That's the dumbest people on this planet. We are. Fresh off our Hot Girl Summer Tour, the rapper delivered family-friendly versions of her hits at the vice president's first campaign rally in Georgia. What a freaking joke. So not only does Kamala Harris, the vice president, the presidential nominee, avoids hard questions, avoids questions from reporters on the right side, but she uses this type of circus to attract black voters. It shows you just how much they respect you. Yeah. This has got to be a joke. As she performed her viral hit, Mamouchi, the crowd sang along, but soon the real reason the rap star was there emerged as she transitioned into body. I mean, she was showing her damn ass. Now, I know my ladies in the crowd love their bodies, she said, fresh out of the Mamashi dance break. I don't know what the hell Mamashi is. I guess that's one of her hits on the album. And you want to keep loving your body, you know who to vote for. And you want to keep loving your body, you know who to vote for. As she performed the Savage remix, she sold the crowd that real Savage vote. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable how stupid we are. We're just some dumb damn people. I want to see the video plays in this box right here. I doubt it. We just got to be the dumbest people on this planet. And people go for it. People go for it every single day. Here it is right here. See? So all we are good for is damn booty shaking, sports, some form of entertainment, lust, because that's all it is. I guarantee if I pull up the lyrics to her music, as well as Cardi B, who also has been a spokesperson for the left, whatever rapper you could think of, it's always about sex and being a damn deviant, a sexual freaky deviant in most cases. But check it out. What does this have to do with politics? What does this have to do about the growth of the black community? Tell me, make me understand what the hell does twerking and shaking your damn filthy ass have to do with politics and drawing black people to bring this woman up, Kamala, who's nothing but a hack and a nobody. What does this have to do with uplifting our people or convincing them that politics can uplift them? Tell me. I have no respect for the majority of Black women. I'm sorry. Maybe 15 years ago, maybe, but as of 2024, I have absolutely no respect for the majority. Not all, but the majority of Black women. Look at this. And this is who's leading the damn charge. I'm telling you, this is who's leading it. You know the message she sends? The message she sends is that Black women is good for nothing but sex. A pump and dump and keep it moving. That's the message that the majority of Black women promote today. That's in the forefront of leading our people. That in some form of homosexuality or lesbianism. That's the charge, man. That's the charge. It's a goddamn shame, man. Oh man, here's another one. Here's another one. Now here he got I forgot where you were. I think it was in Chicago. And they invited Trump to this forum where of Black reporters. And they put Trump on the grill and tried to roast him. And again, it's a panel of Black women reporters. Harris, that's the only one I can kind of relate to as she sticks to the agenda. But the thing with Harris, she's married to a white man as well as the vice president. Vice president, they both married to white men. Yet they're on a stage that consists of Black journalists, and they're asking Trump questions based on him being a racist. But check it out for yourself. You judge for yourself. I found this pretty comical. Check it out.
Thank you.
At the hip hop music playing.
Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant.
So you got all Black women journalists, no men. No men. I just watched a video a little while ago with Black Lives Matter. And the one man was a Tutti Frutti boy, and the Black woman, she was at the forefront of the crowd, and the men were playing their position as weak. They usually in that organization, if the men are not weak, they're just the muscle. And the Black woman, she leads it, as well as the Tutti Frutti boys. And the white man is in the background running the whole show. Just like this. You better believe these are not just independent, strong Black women who are great journalists doing their thing. They take orders from master, just like the common blue-collar worker or the Wall Street dude that's a man of color. They take their orders from master. But check it out.
In the room, sir. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe Black district attorneys. You've attacked Black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking Black supporters to vote for you, why should Black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Did you know this about Tesla Solar Roof?
I don't know. But right away, they put him on the hot seat. Right away. They went right after him. Guns blazing. Guns blazing. Check it out.
Well, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner. A first question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's.
You know, none of these other sources where you get your news from, like ABC, CNN, CNBC, you know, none of them are really covering the fact that this man was shot in his ear. Very few, very few. You would think that would be big news considering they digging and digging and digging. And he's saying how the Secret Service had dropped the ball. To this day, they don't have all the facts of what happened with that situation. Or they're just catching up. Over 10 days went by. Over 10 days. And a man was killed. A man was killed, shot in the head, popped in his head, and they still don't have all the facts based on what happened. They still don't have it. So this makes you think this whole thing is a goddamn sham. Some people believe it was fake. I don't personally believe it was fake. A sister had on Facebook, she believed it was fake. And they had a picture of a bullet. How can a bullet this big, even though they used the whole bullet, the shell and everything, but they said, how can a bullet this big just graze his ear? So I put in the comment section, had it been Obama, it wouldn't have been fake. Had Obama went through what Trump went through and the bullet grazed his ear, people wouldn't say, it was fake, it was fake, it was fake. They would say, how dare they try to kill a black man? They tried to kill a black man. They tried to kill a black man. That's the music we would have been singing to. There's no way they would have said it was fake if it was a Obama on that stage. No way. No way in hell.
It's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country, including employment.
You know, the media is very powerful. Before Trump ran for president, he was somewhat a racist, but nowhere near the levels that people view him as a racist today. You had Trump at Mike Tyson, you had him with football players, you had him at different boxing events, you had him in the clubs, you had him with all types of black entertainers, and he was somewhat racist in the eyes of the public, but not like now. This shows you the power of the media. The power of the media. They'll label him as a racist, and I'm sure to some degree he's racist, but not Uncle Joe, not Joe Biden. Joe Biden is not racist. He's not racist. And the very person they're defending or hiding, they're doing the same thing they did with Joe Biden. They the same way they hid Joe in the basement and he didn't take any real hardcore interviews. They're doing the same thing with Kamala because they know eventually she's going to put her foot in her mouth. They know this eventually. They said she has not taken any interviews, any hardcore interviews. They haven't. But at some point, she's going to show her true worth. And they got a lot of dirt on her in regards to time past. And she has flip-flopped on a lot of the policies that she supported while she was vice president with Joe Biden. She has turned her back on fracking. She said now she's for fracking. She wasn't for that before. Security at the border. She was talking in terms of getting rid of security at the border. Now she's saying she supports it and she wants to beef it up. Totally flip-flopped. Totally flip-flopped on that. And a host of other issues.
Including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. Done so much, and and I say this, historically black colleges and universities were out of money. They were stone cold broke, and I saved them and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction.
I don't trust any of these guys. I don't know how people get wrapped up into this. I don't know how people are that dumb to get wrapped up into this. Do I hope he wins? Yeah, I hope he wins. I hope he wins so I can laugh my ass off. So I can antagonize and get under the skin of everybody who have leftist ideals. When he had lost, you should have saw New York City. It was like a soca rumba downtown. Then I went through the Village, everybody drinking and celebrating. Then I got towards the Holland Tunnel on 7th Avenue, I believe that is. People were celebrating and happy. I hope he wins. I want to see the tears go down your cheeks the same way when Hillary lost. I want to see you cry. I want to see the fancy boys get in despair and cry. I want to see that. I want to see this man win so I can laugh in your faces. And then when the collapse comes and when the money runs out and when the power grids fail, I want to see what you're going to do. I believe America is too far dug in to get out. I believe that America has eroded and have become rotten to the point where there's no repair, just more lies and print up more money and more lies and to create fake stories to work on your emotions. To work on your emotions. That's what this is about. So I hope he wins. I hope he wins. I want to show you something. I'm coming back to Trump. I want to show you something. Check this out. Now you're going to tell me they're not working on your emotions. Look at this. It's all sex. It's all feelings and emotions. And it's all lies. Check this out.
Kamala Harris. Each day we are seeing our rights and freedoms under attack, including the right of everyone to be who they are, love who they love, openly and
again, what does this have to do with politics? The two chief agenda things that come to people's minds that scare them in regards of saving them and bringing this country back is finances, making ends meet, being able to pay for gas, being able to buy eggs, meat, bread, cereal. The prices are just going through the roofs. Like I said before, and I'll say it over and over again, people are living off of credit cards. People are tapping into their savings, and it's getting worse. What does this type of behavior have to do with the number one agenda on people's minds, which is finances? The next thing is the border. People are afraid as far as what's happening at the border. They're afraid of terrorists coming into the country. They're afraid of losing jobs to migrants. What does this have to do with those issues? Tell me. A lot of you might not have a horse in the race, so you don't care. But when this country collapses, it's going to affect everybody. Black, white, Chinese, East Indians, Africans. It's going to affect everybody. I just don't get it. But check it out.
and with pride. So as we fight back against these attacks, let's all remember, no one is alone.
What attacks? I'm not saying that gays are not attacked, but you can't get away with nothing and be targeted or labeled a person that has committed a hate crime. On my job, every year we have to take a test online so we know how to relate to the other side being gays. We have to take a test every year to block any effort, any examples, any mistakes as far as sexual misconduct towards women. You will be put under the jail or crushed financially if you go against women in an indecent sexual way, or if you say something that's disrespectful or racist. They consider it racist. I don't know how, but it's on the level of racist. If you say something in regards in the negative towards gay people. Yeah. So I don't know why this is part of her campaign. But again, like I said earlier, they work on emotions. But check it out.
We are all in this together, and your vote is your power. So please make sure your voice is heard this November and register to vote at vote.gov.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Now on with the show.
And remember, you better vote.
I can say a lot. And I know what a lot of you are thinking. But are we allowed to express our thoughts on just this alone? Can you? America has reformed herself back to a big brother Rome all over again. This is the Roman Empire. And all types of deviant behavior, when you check out Rome's history, fell into play. It became the norm. I want to say something so bad, I can't say it. I can't say it. Okay. Enough is enough. Oh, it doesn't get any better than this. America, what should God do with America? Should God let her burn? Should God spare her? I don't know. But I do know. Check out Trump.
I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom. And
She can't, she's not going to show up to anything. Excuse me. Anything where there are hard questions. She's not going to show up. She won't. Of course she didn't show up. They would have grilled her, or Harris, the only black woman on the panel, would have grilled her. Who, by the way, I think I mentioned is married to a white man, but Harris is pretty good. I watch her almost every day. She's pretty good. But she would have been finished. You know what they call in Kamala Harris stretch at this point? From the beginning, she was nominated to now. They're calling it the honeymoon phase because they're saying eventually she's going to say something without that teleprompter and she's going to look like the complete idiot that she really is. That's what they're saying. This is just the honeymoon phase. They're giving her a few more weeks before she starts exposing herself as a damn phony and a nobody.
she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late. Just so we understand, I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something
Mr.
was
President,
wrong.
I would love
I think
if you
it's
can
a
answer the
very
question
nasty
on your rhetoric
question.
and why you
I have
believe that
answered
black
the
voters
question.
should trust you with another
I
4
have
years.
been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Better than President
I don't know about that, but he has a strong point. But I don't know about that. Was he better than Obama? I don't know. Some would say yes. What did Obama do for black people? That's historic and in your face. I'm not talking about little things. I'm talking about that's in your face. That's in your face that you just think of Obama and you say, damn, he did do that. Obama did that. What has he done? This is why Trump said, what do you have to lose? The devil is the devil.
Johnson, who signed the Voting Rights Act?
For you to start off a question and answer period, especially when you're 35 minutes late because you couldn't get your equipment to work in such a hostile manner, I think it's a disgrace.
Let me just ask a follow-up, sir, and then we'll move on to other questions here. Some of your own supporters, including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first Black and Asian American woman to serve as vice president and be on a major party ticket, as a DEI hire. Is that acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to—
She's a puppet. Just like Joe Biden was a puppet. Behind the strings, someone is calling the moves, the shakes and bakes and the moves. Someone is calling for the political strategies to keep them afloat, and it's not Biden. And if Kamala's president, it won't be her. It won't be her. They're puppets. And above the puppet master is the rich banking families, the globalists. Those are who are really calling the shots. No matter who you vote for, you can only hope to get the crumbs that fall from the tables from the majority of these politicians. It's all fake and phony. And just like the serpent beguiled Eve in the garden, today's Eve is the black woman and the serpent is the white man. Could you imagine being married to a woman like this? This is today's modern black woman, and a lot of women strive and desire to be like her. Could you imagine being married to her? Does she look anything close to traditional? Traditional, sorry. Is she anything close to a stay-at-home mom or a nurturing mom? A caregiver? A woman that supports her man? Or is she just a part of the system, one of the problems that's in the system? That's why the Most High, he speaks in terms of fleeing this wicked world spiritually. I can't imagine going backwards to this foolishness. Do you know how hard it would be as a man of the Lord to go back to this and cut yourself down to a fancy boy practically? Or a sexually deviant pit bull that just sleeps around and drops seed in different women? It is shameful for anyone to want to be in this current world. It is shameful for you to sacrifice and give up your manhood for a few dollars, a fancy home, and a fancy car, and be a damn ninja bot and a whore for the American system.
Stop it.
How do you define DEI? Go ahead. How do you define it?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Is that what your definition?
That is
Give me a
literally the
definition
words.
then. Would you give me?
That's their definition of the words. But she knows where he's going. She should be a goddamn shame of herself because it's true. It's true. That is what she is. Kamala, that is.
Give me a definition
DEI.
of that. Give me a definition.
Sir,
of
I'm
that.
asking you a question,
No,
a
you
very
have to
direct
define
question.
it. Define the.
She will never do that because it's the truth. She will never do that.
Define it for me if you
I
would.
just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say no.
Yes. Yes, this is why they wanted Obama's wife on there. Because women are viewed as victims, and black women in itself is viewed as a victim in this country. And you with both those combinations, you can work the heartstrings of the black population or voters. So it's a win-win. In my understanding, initially they didn't want Kamala in there. They wanted Barack Obama's wife in there, but she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to be a part of the circus. And it shows you that people, they vote based on character. They vote based on color. They vote based on gender, but not who gets the job done. This is why I could never vote Trump. Even though he's a devil, he's clearly the best prospect for president over Kamala. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Kamala Harris is known to be a problem in California. Known for it. Kamala Harris is known for being the border czar, or labeled the border czar, and did nothing at the border. I think she visited the border one time. And initially she said there was no problem at the border, or the border was secure. That's a lie. The border is not secure. And they're doing that so they can bring in illegals to get votes, some say, or to fill up the ranks in case we go to war. And I believe we will end up in war. So I hope Trump wins, and I hope there is war. If I can't have the whole loaf of bread, then I don't want anybody to have the loaf of bread. In other words, I want God's judgment to rain down hellfire on America because she deserves it. She deserves it.
I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She has always
But you know
identified
what?
as a black
I
woman. She went to a
respect either
historically black
one.
college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do
And
you
I
believe
think
Locked up a lot of black men too in California as this AG. Locked up a lot of black men. People forgot about that. People forgot when she ran for president. And there was a panel of I don't know how many people running at the time, and that white woman, I think the white woman represented Hawaii, called her out on it, and she had nothing really strong to say or come back on. She's known for locking up black men. And when that race for the presidency of the United States was going on, she was like the first one to be booted off, which means that 90% of America, black women included, didn't want her as president back then. The first to go. Now all of a sudden she's the best thing since sliced bread and pizza. She's the best thing since Yoo-hoo and milk. Showing you what? You cannot trust women. Showing you what? You cannot trust politics. Showing you what? That you cannot trust the white man. But you can trust the Most High and his son. No doubt about that.
I think somebody should look into that too when you ask continue in a very hostile manner.
I still don't know what the hell Kamala is. I'm hearing so many things from you brothers. I'm hearing that her father is a black man, but her father's father was a white man, like Bob Marley. I'm hearing that. Then I'm hearing she's a Indian all the way. That's what I'm hearing. Then I'm hearing her father's a straight black man. So I don't know what the hell is going on. I put up a picture on Facebook yesterday of her father as a black man who's would be her grandfather. Her father's father was a white man. I put that up on Facebook. They was ready to flag me. So that's false information. So I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm going to leave it that she's Indian right now because I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm trying to go by what you brothers and sisters are saying. I'm getting different understandings now.
Nasty tone.
It's a direct question, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is a DEI hire, as some
I really
Republicans
don't
have
know.
said?
I mean, I really don't know. Could be. There are some, and there are plenty. I know this lady right over there, Harris, is a fantastic person who just interviewed me at length, and we had a great interview, I think, and I heard you got very good ratings on that.
Well, you
interview.
Harris
told me it was the longest one of your life, so we had a good discussion. Look, I want to talk.
Harris is a sellout as well, man. Harris is a sellout as well, but I do like her journalism. I'm not going to front. I do like her journalism. I watch her all the time on Fox. I watch her, but you know these women, they kill me, man. This is why, man. I asked a question in my last video. Is a person who has if a woman is a black woman and she has a white husband, or if a brother is married to a white woman, do they qualify to speak on black matters? Do they qualify to be a leader in black affairs or black people in general? Or do we just trust them and we view them as weak and they just played aside? I asked that question the last time, and I find it very hard to take Harris. Let's say hypothetically, Kamala was a black woman, but she's married to a white man. It would be very hard to take her seriously. It'd be very hard to take her seriously. But I'm not going to go any further on this, man, because I mean, it speaks for itself. It speaks volumes. But what I will say is that you brothers and sisters, you better snap the hell out of it, because these Get this stupid. These brothers and sisters are weak and pathetic and don't have your best interests at heart. They trust in their emotions more than the truth. They trust in their emotions more than the welfare of their people, and they will be led by their emotions. And the white man, he's laughing all the way to the bank, all the way to the bank. You better believe that. I'm out.